A great chance now to go a little bit beyond the pages of Hoard's Dairyman. Corey Geiger is here with a peek at some articles that are really fascinating and touch on some topics that are so important right now for our farmers. Good morning.
Good morning.
One of those being conservation and climate change. No doubt with a new administration, we're all kind of wondering where that's going to fall on the priority list.
Exactly, and the Biden administration has really indicated that climate change, whether you believe in it or not, is going to be a high priority, and there's a lot of evidence out there. Not only is President Biden going to make it a priority, Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack, and the ranking members of the Senate and House Agricultural Committees on both sides of the aisle.
And by prioritizing, do you mean enforcing, adding new rules, or incentivizing for producers?
I think that's yet to be determined. It's really the carrot or the stick approach. Everything I've heard, and I've listened to media interviews, especially with Senate Ag Committee Chair Debbie Stabenow of Michigan, they really want to incentivize these things. And agriculture can do a lot to help America, really. And there's things that can be done that farmers are already doing. We could do some cover crops. We could do more cover crops. We could increase no-till. There's farms out there with methane digesters, and those type of things can be picked up. And there's crops that can pull and store carbon in the soil. That's really what we want to do here, is retain carbon. So there's some neat things out there that they will probably create financial incentives for those farmers who want to do that.
And measurable change already here in Wisconsin. Some of these things are leading to things that we can actually sustainably see.
Very interesting. So the United Nations, their Food and Agriculture Organization, documented that the U.S. dairy industry, and Wisconsin's a big part of that, has already reduced the carbon footprint over 5% from 2005 to 2015. No other dairy sector in the world has done that.
Corey, where can we read more information on this? I know we're just scratching the surface of the topic, but in the written pages of Hoard's, you have the chance to expand a bit.
Yes, we write about this in our editorial comment section. We do 3 editorials each and every issue. And this is going to be an ongoing conversation throughout the year here. Obviously, COVID has garnered most of the headlines here, but as we move past the pandemic, the climate is really going to get a lot of attention.
If we subscribe online, is that the best way to do it?
Yes, you can subscribe online at www.hoards.com.
Are you seeing some initial reaction that producers are going to have a welcome place at this table? I know Wisconsin puts such a focus on producer-led change. Is that something you see continuing on a national level?
I do. And ranking member John Boozman, Republican from Arkansas, said, we want farmers at the table. Debbie Stabenow said the same thing, and so have the principals in the House Ag Committee. That's really important because it's got to be workable. And I don't think this is going to be a stick. I think it's going to really be a carrot, and that means farmers will be at the table.
Well, we look forward to seeing how this develops, and no doubt having you back as the conversation continues. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Malene.